everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we're going to do our first ever redo of a review of the Steelseries Stratus, and that is because they fixed a major flaw that I noticed with it initially, which was that there was a lot of button delay between the gamepad and your iOS device, but they've since corrected that. So we're just going to redo the entire review and look at this again. Here it is. This is a rather small gamepad. It works only with iOS 7. It doesn't work with Android. It's not going to work with your Mac or PC. Strictly for iOS 7, strictly for games that support the new iOS 7 gamepad protocol. So at the time I'm shooting this, there aren't too many, but they're starting to get patched and more games are supporting it. Knights of the Old Republic, a great Star Wars role-playing game, just switched over to that. We're going to take a look at Sonic the Hedgehog 2 here in a minute as well. So there is growing support for it, but it will only work with your iOS device. There is another one from Logitech that we reviewed a few weeks ago. That one I liked, but it doesn't work with the iPad because it was a hardware-locked device into the iPhone 5 and 5S and the newer iPod Touch. This one will work with any iOS device that supports Bluetooth running iOS 7. Now, if you want a more versatile controller, Steelseries has this other one which I really liked called the Free, and this one works with Android, your desktop PC, and your Mac. And it'll also work with iOS games that are running on the iCade protocol. But now that this new format is out, we're going to see less and less support for iCade. So I think you're going to have to own both, or at least have a separate Bluetooth controller for your other devices, unfortunately. But let's take a look, though, at the features of the Game Stick. It is rather small, as you can see in my hands here. It's not very large. Same form factor almost as the Free, which is their prior version. You know, in this size, it is very portable. They give you a nice little carrying pouch here and a little cover for it as well, so when you're putting it in your bag, it won't get squished. It's got two control sticks here. They work very well. There isn't a lot of travel room between the center point and the top and the bottom, so you might find that you have to be a little bit more precise in using them because they tend to overreact a little bit, but not bad, though, especially for its size. The gamepad is great. I really like the gamepad. The button layout is nice as well. They have a good distance between the buttons, and they respond very well. There's a pause button over here. There's also, unlike the Free, which only had two shoulder buttons, this one has four. So you have two larger shoulder buttons on the top and then two smaller ones at the bottom. It takes a little bit of training to get used to where they are, but you can, it doesn't take too long to adjust to it. So internally, it has a lithium-ion battery, and then they also give you a charging cable to charge it up. You'll get definitely a number of hours out of this. I have had a hard time killing the battery on these, so they do work pretty well. Now, before, as I mentioned, there was an issue with the gamepad having a button delay, but as you can see now, it's remarkably better. I've been playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 a little bit tonight, not very well, but it has been a night and day difference now between the time I reviewed the other one and this one. The fix is just a firmware fix, as I mentioned, so you don't have to worry about having to go return it to SteelSeries. It's going to work pretty much just by doing that update. So if you have this and had the button delay, it is now fixed. So just download that update and you will be good to go. So overall, it's a good little joystick. It's not inexpensive, so there aren't a lot of options right now, unfortunately, for iOS at the moment. This is probably the best one out there, mainly because it's not tied to the iPhone or any other piece of hardware for that matter. It's going to work across the entire iOS 7 device library because it is Bluetooth and it's not direct hardware. So that is the Steelseries Stratus, and this was our first redo review, and I thank you for watching. This is Lon.TV.